Live from Television Hill, this is WJZ Breaking News.
A Baltimore City police officer fights for her life after being gunned down inside her car overnight. Hello again, I'm Lynn Bowie.
And I'm Tim Williams. We want to welcome all of you streaming us this noon. That officer was ambushed while on duty in South Baltimore. The suspect is still at large. And
we have been staying on top of this story for you since early this morning, so stay with us for updates on WJZ.com. Rachel Carden also live with the latest at Shock Trauma. She's been following this case. Rachel.
Red and blue lights cut through the darkness along Pennington Avenue Thursday morning after an officer was shot sometime after 1:30 a.m. Commissioner Michael Harrison says the officer assigned to the Southern District was sitting in her car when an armed suspect approached from the rear and fired into the vehicle. It's believed then the officer tried to drive away. She crashed the patrol car, causing other police to respond to that crash. When officers got there, they tried to help the injured officer who'd been shot multiple times, but she was quickly rushed to Shock Trauma for treatment.
We admitted a police officer with multiple gunshot wounds. The officer is critically ill with life-threatening injuries, on full life support, now in the operating room for life-saving surgery. Very hard to know where we go from here.
The police commissioner, mayor, and city council president spoke of their anger towards the perpetrator of such a brazen act.
Men and women do their best job to put on Baltimore Police Department uniforms and go to protect our citizens. And there's no way that the mayor of Baltimore, the police commissioner, the state's attorney, and Dr. Scalia should be standing here tonight. I am angered. We all should be angered.
The Fraternal Order of Police tweeted asking for prayers for this officer, saying FOP leaders are at Shock Trauma and will update the public on her condition when they know more. Now, a few things. This officer we know was shot multiple times, again on full life support here, going into surgery, and we spoke to Dr. Scalia earlier this morning. We have tried to speak with her family at the time. Understandably, they don't want to speak to us or make any comments about her condition. Now, lastly, if you know anything about who fired the gun in this case, anything about the situation itself, you're encouraged to call Metro Crime Stoppers. That number 1-866-7-LOCK-UP. We're live outside of Shock Trauma at noon. I'm Rachel Carden for WJZ.
Rachel, thank you. And reaction is still coming in after the officer was shot in South Baltimore. Governor Larry Hogan tweeted saying he's offered the full resources of the Maryland State Police to assist in the investigation. And Mayor Brandon Scott said in a statement, whoever committed this heinous act is a coward who must be brought to justice.
And we urge you to stay with WJZ as we keep you updated on the latest on air and online at WJZ.com, on CBS in Baltimore, and the CBS Baltimore app.